All right, so we are continuing here with question 2. If you have not watched the first one, the link shall be dropped in the description for you to access that. Okay, I have the set of questions preparing you adequately for your upcoming mathematics exams. So first, let's proceed. Mr. Edu plans to plow 120 acres of farmland each day. Due to unforeseen circumstances, 85 acres could be plowed each day, resulting in an increase in the plant time by 2 days, with 40 acres of the land still remain to be plowed. Calculate the number of days Mr. Edu planned to plow the land initially. 2, the total area of the farmland. Okay, so let's proceed. So there's this man who likes farming, Mr. Edu, and then he planned that, okay, he wants to plow this land 120 acres each day. But first, the question is silent on the number of land that he's going to plow. So, okay, so let's say this is his acres of land. But we don't know the total area of these acres of land. The question is silent. So let's let A be equal to what? The total acre. The total acre of land. Okay. So we let the A becomes the total area of the acre of land. Now, if the A is equal to this, we are saying that he divided this full portion into a certain number of days that he will use to plow the full land. Okay. But each day he wants to plow, let's say, 20 acres. So let's say this is just 120 acres. So there should be a certain number of days that this 120 acres will finish what? The full acre of land. Okay. So let our n be equal to what? The total or the number of days he wants to use to plow or finish plowing the whole land. Okay. So let's look at the relation. So he planned to what? To plow the land 120 acres of farmland each day. So if it is 120 acres of the farmland each day, then this means that we are having what? 120 times the certain number of days, which is the n, should give us our what? Our total acre of land. Because it's going to plow it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, up to some n number of days. And this n number of days summarizes or tells you the full number of days that he's going to use to plow or finish plowing the whole land or the whole acre of land. So that is how come we got this relation. So let's let this be our equation 1. Let's continue. Now, 85 acres could be plowed. So due to some unforeseen circumstances, 85 acres could be plowed each day. So it means that each day it has now reduced to what? 85 acres. But this 85 acres, due to unforeseen circumstances, it has reduced. So we know that it has reduced in the what? The first plan. But let's see. Okay, it resulting in an increase in the plant time by what? 2 days, with 40 acres of land still remain plowed. So it means that it has decreased what? The number of acres to be plowed each day, and that has increased the number of days that it's going to plow. But the number of days that it is going to plow is what is n, and it has increased by 2. And that is going to be equal to what? When we do this, we should still get what? Our total acre of land. But what happens? The question further says that with 40 acres of land still remains to be plowed. So it means that 40 acres of land was unplowed, right? So it means that we take 40 from the total acre of land over here. We take 40 out of the total acre of land here. So what do we have here? We can now say that, okay, so this is going to be 85 n plus 2. This is 85 n plus 2 plus our 40 is equal to total acre of land. So this can be my equation 2. Equation 2. So we've now gotten the relation. So this is going to give me what? This is 85. Let's expand the equation 2. This is 85n plus what? Our times 2. Then our 85 times 2 resulting in 170. This is 170 plus 40 is equal to 8. You simplify this further, 85n plus 210 is going to give us what the total area of the land, or the total acre of the land. And this is what we know, that our A is equal to what, 85n plus 210. And in mathematics, anytime you have the same things, A is equal to this and the same A is equal to the same thing, that means that two are the same. What are we saying? What are we saying? If A is equal to B and the same A is equal to C, that means that what, the value here, B, should necessarily be the same as the value of C. So it means that this relation means that what? This relation means that B is equal to C. This relation means that B is equal to C. That is all that is happening. So that means that my 85n plus 210, that means that 85n plus 210 is equal to 100. But our n is the number of days that he has initially planned to plow the land. So this gives us 210 is equal to 120n minus 85n. So this is minus 85n. So what is this? This is 210 is equal to, when we take this out of this is just going to give us what? 120 minus our 85, which is 35. This is just going to be 35n. All right. We divide through by what? 210 is equal to 35n. Divide through by 30. And that is just going to result in 210. This should give us 6. 210 divided by 35. This is 6 days. So it means that n is 6. So it means that he initially planned to plow the land for 6 days. Okay, so now let's look for the total area of the acre of land that he has. So that our A is going to be equal to what? 120n. But here our n is 6, right? So our total acre is going to be 120 times 6. And this is going to be equal to 720. So it means that Mr. Edu actually has 720 acres. All right. So for the last question, it says a town, a Tuabo, is 5 degrees north, and another town, a Kun, is 6.8 degrees north on the Earth's surface. Find, correct the nearest phone number, the distance between the two towns. Take pi to be 27 and our r, which is the radius, to be 6,400 kilometers. Okay, so let's look at that. So first we must identify, so let this be a solution here. We must identify the distance or in latitude for this given two towns. We know that one is giving us 6.8 degrees north and the other is also giving us what? 5 degrees north. Finding the distance with this in latitude, we have what? 6.8 degrees minus 5 degrees. All right. So what is this just going to give us? This is going to give you what? 1.8 degrees. Okay. Now that we have gotten this angle, what we now do is that we now put it in the distance formula, which is what? Theta over 360 degrees times what? 2 times, okay, let's say 2 pi r, where our r is given in the question. Our r is what? 64. Let's put that well. That is 6,400 kilometers. And our pi is giving us what? 22 on 7. So our d is going to be 1.8 degrees all over 360 times 2 times 22 on 7 times our 6,400. Okay, now we see that 1.8 can actually enter our 360. Okay, or first, let's identify that our d here is going to be equal to, so this entering into 360 divided by our 1.200, 1 over 200 times our 20. So 2 times 22 over here should give us what? 44. So this is 44 over 7 times 6,400. Okay. The 2 zeros here will cancel, 2 zeros here. Okay. And the 2 here will cancel itself 1. 2 here will be 22. So what are you left with? Our D is equal to what? 20 times 64. So if you have 22, okay, 22 times 64, what is that giving us? This is just going to give us 1408 all over 7. So divided by 7, this is going to give us, our D is going to approximately, is giving us what? Is giving us 201.14285. So to the nearest whole number, this is just going 201. Yeah, this is just going 201 kilometers. Okay, so this is the distance between these two given towns. Stay tuned for more of this type of question. I shall drop links in the description for the various videos on this type of questions.